Let's talk Kyle Shanahan's game plan.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it in the last game. I thought against the Packers, he called Purdy attempted the most passes he attempted all year, 39, season high. And Christian McCaffrey had 18 carries. Seemed like a strange time to sort of pace McCaffrey. And I think this game plan needs to correct that. Because even if they win, they have a bye week after the game. So the mindset should be to empty the tank with Christian McCaffrey. You can't lose this game and have anything left in his tank, to use that metaphor again.
Okay. To put it into other language, so you would have a run-heavy offense?
Yeah.
More runs than passes?
If possible. Like, if they could win the game throwing 8 times, I would do it.
I love it. A Jimmy
That's how they won the NFC Championship game 4 years ago.
Yeah. Why would you have a run-heavy game?
I don't trust Brock Purdy in the playoffs. I'm sorry. I don't trust him. He's gotten a little lucky with other teams dropping interceptions. His job is to not throw interceptions, and I think he's a little risky with what he does. And I trust Christian McCaffrey. He's the best running back in the league. If you give him the ball 25 times, I don't see how you lose.
Is he going to be able to run against Detroit?
I think he should be. I know they're statistically good against the run, but he's the best. You have Kyle Shanahan. You got Trent Williams. They should be able to do it.
If Kyle comes out and does not have the game plan you think, but if he gives Brock a lot of throws, what would be your assessment of that strategy?
I think it would be foolhardy.
That's the word I knew you were going to say.
I think it would be foolhardy. I don't understand when Jimmy Garoppolo went to the playoffs the first time, he had some interceptions dropped against the Vikings. Kyle Shanahan freaked out and ran the ball to a victory in the NFC Championship game. Why would you risk it? You have 10, 15 more years with Brock Purdy to grow with him. He doesn't necessarily have to be the catalyst to this win if he's not ready to do that. And it does seem like the more he throws, the more prone he is to throw picks. They're undefeated when he goes no picks. Just run the freaking ball.
Okay. I got one other question. It's a psychological question. So we could be dead wrong because we're not in his mind. If he were to call a significantly higher number of passes than runs, what would be his motivation?
Losing trust in the quarterback and wanting to win at all costs.
No, I'm saying if he significantly had more passes than runs. I'm sorry, I might have said it wrong.
Significantly more passes than runs. He really believes in Brock Purdy, and he wants to prove that Brock Purdy's an elite quarterback, and he feels that the Lions are weaker against the pass than against the run, so he's going to trust his quarterback.
May I add one thing?
Mm-hmm.
He would like to show how brilliant he is.
Yeah, there's that.
Because calling runs is hard, grunt work. Passes, you're Bill Walsh. He didn't make up the runs. McKittrick made up the runs.
True.
He wants to be Bill Walsh. And again, I don't know. I've never met the guy, but I would at least consider that. He wants to show I'm the best of the 4 remaining.
Also, it seems like anytime people try to tell him what to do, okay, this week, Kyle has to give the ball to Christian McCaffrey. You got to give him a ton of touches. That's when Kyle's like, I have to? No, I'm not going to do that. In fact, you're wrong. You don't understand football. I'm going to show you it's like this. It's like, okay.
So, Iggy, do you think he's going to watch the last part of this show and say, Grant says I'm going to prove Iggy wrong? I don't think so. But he might have someone report it to him. What did that kid say? I want to know what he said. And
the Lions have a good pass rush. They have a good pass rush. I don't know. If they put the game in Purdy's hands, it's a mistake, I think. Do that next year. This might be the end of Christian McCaffrey's prime. Running backs don't necessarily last forever or into their 30s. This is it. What are you waiting for? There were games in October and September when they would give him 25, 26 carries. You won't do that now? Why? I don't understand. Who's a better player at his position, Brock or Christian?
Oh, Christian.
Yeah.
People, I know we all admire Brock. Not even close. Christian is the best, and Brock is not the best.
Then this game should come down to him. You got the best running back in his prime. It has to be about him. I'm not saying call 8 passes. That's extreme. But 20, 25, nothing more. 39, no. Absolutely not. 20, 25. That's what they do with Lamar. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I love it. This is your UCLA education.
I'm trying to do some quality control for the team, trying to help. Matthew Chen says Moody's field goal was blocked on the left side of the line, which means it was probably not going to be made. Kick was from dead center and went straight left. Yeah, that didn't look too good. It was low.
I lost the bet. I legitimately lost the bet.
Dazza says, why not have two running backs play? CMC can run, but is also an excellent receiver. Especially
maybe
if
they'll do that.
Play. Yeah, maybe they will.
Maybe they'll do that.
David E. It's so obvious Goff crumbles under pressure. Do you think there's any way the coaches fail to design pressure packages if the line isn't getting pressure? If Lynch is in Willis' ear at all this week?
Oh, well, look, I agree. I think they should pressure him and Goff him.
Goff him. Flav says, what is the best Niners team of all time in your opinion, and where does this team stack up? Do you guys think this team is better than 13 and 19?
Iggy, I'm not good at that. I'm just not good at that.
Can we not do that discussion until they win the NFC Championship yet? I don't want to put this team in the discussion.
Hold on. No, until they win the Super Bowl. I'm going to repeat.
Yeah.
They won 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I am very close with a man who coached on some of those teams. After Harbaugh lost, he called me and said, we never lost a Super Bowl. We never lost a Super Bowl. So let them win a Super Bowl. Then we'll start making comparisons.
He wants me to compare him to the 2 teams that lost the Super Bowl. But again, those teams actually made it. So let me get back to you on that one.
Yeah, but they lost the Super Bowl. They lost the Super Bowl. They're asterisks. They're footnotes.
Yeah. And that's what this team will be if they don't win it. Jat says, Lowell, do you have any philosophical work recommendations? I've read Meditations and Letters from a Stoic as well as some Kant notes, random. Yes, I know.
I'm reading a book now, The History of Western Philosophy by, I forgot his name. I think it's A.C. Grayling. Anyway, starts with the pre-Socratics. What I'm trying to do is I got these discs. What do you call them? These CDs? DVDs. And I'm doing a history of Western art because I never really studied it. I always studied bits and pieces of philosophy. So I'm starting with the pre-Socratics. And this book is really good. And I'm at Thales now.